And out, same Raid King with the Sven, which will allow them to dish out a lot of physical damage, great against
remaining.
Enough early game. You have this Grimstroke who doesn't do that much. Nyx Assassin early on, not very effective. He throws a stun if you're not winning your lanes. If he decides to rotate, what are you gonna do? You throw a stun, that's it. A couple of right clicks on top of it.
It's definitely a slower forward position than some of the others. Like, you're very scary in the mid game once you get like Vendetta and you're running around scouting kills, but your actual laning stage can be a bit lackluster.
For Navi here. One of the heroes that they love to play is a Batrider, but still, we'll try to guess once they ban out the hero. Flash could be mid, could be safe lane.
I like Bat. It's like the Naga too. So it feels pretty nice.
They have no save whatsoever, so guaranteed lasso drag.
Navi's turn to ban.
And ban it out.
Yeah, we're onto something.
I like how you used it.
Yeah, we're a team.
We are.
Navi
I mean, we are making a team. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Once you win,
Pango.
Big fan. Even though I prefer Pango to be position 4, Pango, once he gets the item, the Maelstrom, Aghanim Scepter if the game drops.
Could be looking for a mid, but
10
for an
seconds
offlaner,
remaining.
could be looking for a support. Tiny, very flexible with where he
5 seconds
Cannon might
remaining.
go. Chantress banned something we saw picked up last game, late in the draft. So yeah, we got that. One position Naga Siren. Is Lesh gonna be the mid against Raid? Lesh sounds decent against Razor mid.
He's okay. Yeah, you have a stun, you have a lightning to slow him down. But you're playing Naga Siren into Razor, so you can drain the illusions. You're always gonna have this guaranteed static link.
I guess the good part about that is that means your carry some damage.
You may now
Timber Saw
select your
comes out.
heroes.
Nice size Timber, perhaps. Yeah, Abe takes the Lesh mid. It will be that Lesh mid.
Pause for Tiny.
Oh yeah, DJ needed a hero. He had the Shaman last game, and he does play a lot of Tiny, so makes sense. Timbersaw this game.
It's a really good Timbersaw game.
Yeah.
They have no burst whatsoever besides, like Chen does nothing against Timbersaw, neither does Pango. He does not rely on dealing right-click damage at all. So Lucky Shot won't be effective. Razor, he has a Timber Chain to get away from him.
And even if you're just feeding damage to Razor, it's kind of like, well, I don't need my damage. I'm going to nuke you down. This is a very problematic hero on
10
paper
seconds remaining.
for Navi to deal with. Great last pick from Fnatic, utilizing that second pick of the draft well, I feel. So as far as how to deal with it. And of course, Ice, classic hero of his, has his own set in the game. Playing it himself.
I remember the meta when Ice was pretty much being banned out by every single team. 5-6 bans were spent to kill his heroes. He still found his way, sneaks in something new. One of the funniest Dota 2 players overall.
The guy is a troll. And even just his play in-game, it reflects his personality, I feel like. One of the few players that will do stuff like item droppings, and sometimes it's like item droppings to try and bait people. Like he's not just trolling. Like he's actually like there's some weird, crazy logic behind the stuff he does in game, even when it seems in.
Timbersaw face kind of reminds you of fight. Like if you got the pick a hero like that,
that dance is like Ice, like
really clowny.
Yep. He is an IRL Timbersaw. A little bit crazy, you know. This Timbersaw, he's always going on about conspiracy theories about the trees and all that. Like that's kind of Ice and Brit. Sure, if Ice you're gonna be talking to. Here we go.
Prepare for
Game
battle.
number 2 between Navi and Fnatic. play going to be? An early smoke out. Fnatic looking to get down some early wards, you're going to imagine. Yep, Abe going to be dropping his in the mid lane. He wants to go on the other side of the ramp. And there. Good ward on the Chen, but you don't really expect it much. Ward coming out as the Earth Spirit and Chen.
What's up with the Elysian like bringing region? He's just scouting things out. I mean, you're gonna bring region. There he goes. He's gonna use the courier.
Maybe waiting to figure out what his lane is to see how much regen he needs.
But he didn't see.
Very right on.
30 seconds to battle.
Throwing stuff out there. But yeah, gets the mango. Tango south. Where's Dire Ward? So put the ward here. I wonder if that ward was scouted being planted or not. Spirit. Oh, he's going to be a human ward. Forget, because this ward did get de-warded in the end last game, so he can find the lanes out, and then Chen can recall him wherever he's needed to, theoretically.
Yeah, that's a good call.
The Ice down bottom, but Ice is tucked in here, trying to make sure he does not get scouted. And his ward here did see them coming around. Again, I don't know if it saw them plant the Dire ward. Seeing enemies plant wards is such a big deal when you can deny vision and also the golden XP you warding. Here we go. Tiny will scout Blizzy top soon, I imagine. Maybe not. He does run past. Spirit still just chilling.
They don't want this. You do not want to try lane against Timbersaw. He's gonna get farm eventually, and what does Chen do to Timbersaw? He only needs 2 points in reactive armor, and he's gonna be fine.
Spirit decides he wants to look for a courier snipe, but it's not coming out just
It's gonna
yet.
be a toss back. Chen
gets him underneath the tower. Ice with the help of that toss back should be able to get this first blood. Does lose the tower aggro.
He's out. Yeah, sadly. Oh, there's another toss. Oh my god, he also used the TP. He would have died earlier if Verling that connected to the trees, but he didn't, the first one. Walk of shame.
That is not what you want to see from the Chen. Let's have the Holy Persuasion. He needs to go and find a creep pronto and figure out what he wants to get done in this laning stage, but a great start for Fnatic with that first blood. First Tiny. He got here. Finds the Mind Stealer. And we're looking to burn some of that mana. Some of these pesky, annoying heroes in lane.
And DJ is doing a good job pulling the wave to the side camp. Crystallize, it's such a tough lane. This 10th pick, Timbersaw. Do we even consider Timbersaw being a cheesy pick anymore?
I think so. I mean, it's a cheese pick everyone knows about, but it is, when it's like an amazing Timber game, it's like, it kind of feels like it can be like, not an insta-win of course, but a cheese pick, I guess.
And he also gets a region rune.
It's just not in the same category of cheese as like Brood and Miko, or Husker even. I mean, I don't even think Husker's that cheesy anymore with the changes to
Brood Husker, their tier 1 cheese.
Brood meatballs.
I don't know.
I mean, everyone has their own idea of cheese. Some people don't even like, you know, cheese. It's in Dota. I mean, cheese implies, you know, it's like there's something like, oh, you're winning when you don't deserve to win. Obviously, these heroes in Dota have their place. You have to respect the fact that they exist when you're drafting. Stands. Nice. 13 CS. The bottom lane, 18 CS on Naga Siren, who's having a great time. And it looks like Magical did end up finding the Observer Ward on the high ground, so the D ward in the mid lane.
For me, it feels like when you have this stuff for Lash, the cosmetic called Tormented stuff, that it's so much easier to attack, pay to win. Like your animation feels much better.
Yeah. Put it to the test here as he's pulling Magical under the tower a little bit. Quite maybe the outcome I was hoping for. So Nico does find a Mud Golem. Is he going to go for a gank play here? He may pick up the second one, then have the triple Golem. The 2 shard Golems and the Mud one. It looks to be the plan here. Yep, he's got 3 now. This is a lot of damage, and he knows this. He sees it coming, scouts it out. He's looking for the Avalanche, to the toss back. Can he get it? He gets the Chen under the tower again.
Crystal Man, no mana.
That's
she
another.
has one.
Yeah.
There's still no clarity is running.
They just see it coming. That
He wants the last hit.
Dubu doesn't need it. In this ward, just scouting out the Chen rotations. They didn't maybe know exactly where he was or what creep he had, but they had a very good idea of when he was coming. Really good start to the lanes for Fnatic. That's
He was trying to body block them. Like, is my Lash Rack near? Do you want to pick this one up? Otherwise, get denied.
Here it comes. The golem that's just a straight up kill. Alright. I don't think he expected 2 points in plasma field, but they get the kill.
He was having a point and he leveled it up right just to get the kill because he saw how much damage he needs. Also, it's a solo kill. Like, he's getting the solo XP for it, at least. Level 5.5, almost level 6.
5-minute Banner Rune's coming up soon. Blizzy wants to get his hands on at least one of them since he just bought this bottle, so he wants to be able to refill it. And Ice will be looking to claim these ones down in the bottom lane. He's got a few seconds. He can't really contest because Zayat has a stun, so he's just going to go defensive and go for his. And Fnatic will get 3 bounty runes as a result.
Maybe not.
Oh wow, he got 4. Good. Zayat tested instead of securing his own, and as a result, Ice outplays him, gets all the bounty runes. Can he get out alive? He should. Cancels the Timber Chain out. Ice in trouble with all this stolen damage. He should go down to the right clicks. One more. It barely clips it.
What a play from Zayat. Perfect timing to cancel the Timber Chain at the perfect moment, and that's a nice chunk of gold and XP for both of those.
Let's get the bounty rune, so it's still almost worth it for Ice, I feel, dying for a bounty rune. But he is a core hero, not like some 5 position for it. Back at the mid lane. A lot of heroes posturing around. DJ getting some really good vision with those wards in. He wants to maybe go for a toss back more.
He's only
very
level 2.
careful. It's only level 5 Timber. Without the level 6 Chakra, this doesn't feel like a play you can make. And yeah,
Radiant are scanning.
back mid goes Zayat. Radiant did get a little scan on this, so not sure if they quite know what's going on.
Abed was also saving 2 points, had 2-0-2 build, even though he was level 6. Now puts another point in edict. For some extra damage on the tower.
Keeps the siege creep alive.
Radiant's
Nicely
bottom
done.
tower is
Doesn't
under
get too
attack.
low in the process. They really want to press this tier 1 mid. It's going to force out a dire glyph.
Radiant
Glyph on glyph
structures
action.
are fortified.
Abed times the lightning to kill the creep wave. They're not getting this tier 1 tower. They're just trying to maximize the damage that they do. Instead, they are going to kill that bottom. Magical's popped ultimate, and Ice is hitting level 6. They've got Chakram now. Abed completely outplays the Na'Vi side. They pretend they're pressuring mid lane, but the second this Razor overextends bottom, they're TPing in, catching him by surprise.
Sven is not having a good time, and I like the adjustment. He goes for Hand of Midas straight away because there's nothing he can do with the phase boots. Chen leveled only at this moment.
You talk about not having a good time. I would say Saniko's having the worst time of all on the dire side. His level 1 death, where he didn't have a TP, and then his next rotation with the golems, he dies again. Every single move Saniko's made has completely backfired.
Problem is they're not gonna have anything against Timbersaw for the next 5-10 minutes. They need to bring 3-4 people to actually kill him.
Dyer's
Got a bracer
bottom
now.
tower is under attack.
Unkillable.
Exactly. 1 bracer unkillable. Forget it.
Look at Blizz's. Wow. Like,
Radiant's
both
bottom tower is
the
under
item build
Dyer's
and the skill
bottom
build,
tower
3
is
points,
fortified.
shield crash. Not what you usually see. Now 4 points. Yeah, also has the soul ring and the bottle. A lot of sustain in the laning stage, so he can spam things out. Also, he was playing against Naga Siren. He was being harassed a lot by all those illusions. The Riptides.
Well, Ice takes 1 tower and he says, okay, job's done bottom, he comes mid. And he's kind of the pushing hero in a way. Like, Timbersaw, of course, doesn't naturally push fast, but it's the fact you can just tank tower hits and with 4 points and reactive, he can just tank the entire creep wave, and he's going to pressure this tower. This tower may even just go down here if Na'Vi don't respond to this. In comes Saniko. He's got double mud golems here. There's some magic damage, but you're going to need a hell of a lot more than that, I feel. DJ gets a kill ultra in there. That's magical going down again in the bottom lane. Ice wants to take this tower. Golems don't cancel the Timber Chain out. Can still chain to the high ground hero, though. the one shot, just pops him up. Tower deniable now. Bottom lane where Tiny got that kill, I believe, with some help.
And DJ always finds his fun. Look at him. Even though he was level 2, he's 3-0 and 1. Only needs 1,000 gold for a Blink Dagger. He got the first blood though.
And as far as greedy, he reminds me a lot of Yapster with how he's very greedy and will often, I would say always, tries to secure kills for himself.
Yeah, and he's a fourth core of the team.
Yeah.
Tower lane, Crystal Maiden will go down.
Yeah, his tower is ice. Not when it's getting denied, and actually gets in time to snipe the last hit. Decent chunk of gold not being denied away. 3k gold lead out of nowhere, just from farming. And from pressuring the Na'Vi core. Sven's been forced to jungle for some time. Does have Midas, so he's going to be catching up and accelerating a little bit, but all 3 Fnatic cores doing just fine. We haven't even talked about Jabs' Naga Siren 2 games in a row. He's played this series being very quiet, but a quiet Naga Siren, that's good. If we're not talking about Naga, it means there's no action happening.
Yeah, it means she's not dying, and she does not want to be involved in any of the kills. They're just gonna hit some jungle creeps. Bounty runes are spawning.
It's like 3 for nice. They get this one. Magical, yeah, will do so. And that punishes one. It's the Chen again. Sneeko toss over. DJ actually tosses to Abed.
Where's the tip? Do you tip Tiny here? I mean, he would have died anyway.
The Lesher guy.
Yeah.
He looked dead regardless, but tossing an extra hero onto him probably didn't help his any chances he may have had. Ultimately, Na'Vi were ready to secure bounty runes while taking the fight down bottom as well as up top. Very well played by them. But still no answers for Ice Timbersaw. When you've got no answer to Timbersaw, the best thing you can do is just ignore him. Let him go to lanes and take towers. And make sure you're making plays and farming Ultra on the map, because none of their heroes...
Yeah, that's the correct play. A lot of the teams we saw through the DPC season when when Timbersaw is being played, is you try to gank him, bring the numbers, and suddenly it backfires, and you're in a spot where you can't really do anything to it, because you don't have a spirit vessel carrier that buys it early on. They're really in a tough spot.
So Na'Vi let him free farm. They've also let him take 3 towers basically, but ultimately they've set themselves up to have the best chance possible by not trying to gank him.
They also gave the tome to Timbersaw. Look, he's level 10 right now.
Getting that health talent. No longer having that plus damage talent level 10 that allows you to push so well, but he said it's going to be Dubu freezing for the top to get the kill.
And because he has Crystal Maiden's aura, he does not want to go for that mana region talent. It's pretty much always the same. You can have CM mana talent on any hero.
Lizzie finds DJ. DJ was trying to TP out there, just waited around a little too long, and he was just about to finish off the Blink Dagger. Really nice timing to get that kill. That's a big kill. 316 gold, but a killing spree being ended. Again, ignore the Timbersaw. He's pushing, he's taking a tier 2 tower now. Magical. I mean, he's going to dress. I don't think this is exactly what you want to be doing. You can't force him out of this lane. They are chasing and going for this kill.
There's no way they're going to kill him. Also, Good is flying to him right now.
I think it's just like, we got the kill bottom, we took the tower, we want to farm top, but yeah, they're not killing him.
Because both supports are high level, Crystal Maiden and Tiny, since they got the lane, they're also deciding to give a second dome to Lashrak.
Alright, well. Suddenly almost level 11 Lashrak.
Yeah, that's what gets you reported when you're playing a pub game.
As buying,
stealing dome from your support.
Well, if you're level 6 on supports, what do you need those tomes for, you know? That's what Fnatic's saying. Your cores can just get even more out of control. Having that level 2 Chakram earlier, getting some of your talents in play, level 2 Pulse Nova. Nice bunch of tools to have. Here you go, DJ. Got money for the Blink Dagger. He's level 7 as well. Blink now from that side chop, and he's going to bring it to himself.
Dire's top tower.
Here we go. Playing behind the Timbersaw, I think recognizing he's the strong one.
Radiant are
He can scan just to make sure no one's on this shrine, but if you're Na'Vi, you see this hood on Timber, I don't think you actually... Yeah, you're not defending this tier 2 tower. This is just a dead tower.
He has exactly 50% magic resistance and almost 2000 HP with a lot of HP regen per second. There's no way they're gonna kill him.
70% physical resistance. Here we go. Blink in, toss back in the mid lane. Avalanche making sure they can set that one up, and Zayat goes down with the fall damage from Abed and Dubu with the last hit.
4 points in Edict on the tier 2 tower. There's no way Navi's defending this one. So Nico trying to pull the creep wave on the mid tower. They pushed away a little bit, but I go down.
Yep. Bottom lane they're defending, so Ice takes the top tier 1 and tier 2 tower.
That full pipe on him now.
Can't really go for the high ground. I like that we're seeing this team-oriented build. Often, you know, these Timber mid lane. Looks like Blue's going to find too much. Abed is invised up. Does he find this Razor if he wants to go for this kill? Has time nearby.
They see me rolling, they laughing. They need to use this Rolling Thunder effectively. Try to grab a kill or two. Buy a little bit more time for Sven.
Magical. He's got no defensive items really. He's got the phase drum, but there's the avalanche pulse. Sets up the split earth and Abed. Find an easy pickoff. Coming in. That's the kind of, those are the heroes you want to fight if you're Na'Vi. This Leshrac is one of the squishier kill options, but you've got to move there quickly. And Spaniard is spawning. Go in. The Fnatic Jabs has the sleep though, and they can turn this. Yeah, they're going to TP in. I think Fnatic want to take this fight. DJ ready with Avalanche. That's toss. Doesn't want to commit. The numbers just aren't there for Fnatic. They thought about turning it, but decided better. But as Chen's down rocked up as well. DJ. Jabs have to play a little bit carefully here. Yeah, Abed's getting very, very low. He's doing a ton of AoE damage, and the rolling thunder back up. Jabs can't do anything to help out his buddy. Abed goes down as Dubu just touching on the Crystal Maiden. Shows third on the easy kill. There is going to be an Earthquake something to cancel it, but the Natus is tearing them apart. Chen comes in with the gold streak, but it feels like it's too little too late. As Ice is here now as well with a pipe blocking some of that magic damage. Zayat cannot roll away, and the TP out from Crystal Light.
Oh, if he got that toss, that would be another kill, but this is not worth for Navi. They killed the Abed, killed the Crystal Maiden. That's not enough. You're also fighting near the shrine. Once Timbersaw shows up, that fight is over because they have nothing against them.
Well, Fnatic may have come into this series with a worse record than Na'Vi, taken game 1 and put themselves in a really good spot here in game number 2. This just feels like a totally different team than what we watched in the earlier days.
Dude has 9 sentry wards on him. Just placed one.
Ain't that many? There's heroes, right?
He just wants the D ward. No one has any kind of visions.
He's like, where are these freaking wards? He's on the ward game. Can he find this observer ward?
Radiant are scanning.
Good for one mid, isn't he?
I'm getting the Pilot Eye vibes when he was trying to D-ward on the first day. Yeah. 5-6 sentries, but at least he got one.
Goodbye, 900 gold. Didn't get this one. He knows they invaded their jungle, so he should expect wards somewhere.
Oh, barely on the edge.
It was blocked, I believe, so that kind of pushed him off a little bit, but...
Keep searching. Yeah. Place another one. This is what top teams do. They place 2 observer wards where 1 sentry can't reach both of them. So you find an observer ward and you think, oh wow, they don't have the vision there. And you are using smoke around your own sentries. These are still gonna get scouted.
I remember those times like Kuro would just plant 3 wards all right, like almost right by each other. And it's just like, he knows teams are gonna de-ward, but you don't, like you say, you don't expect them all to be de-warded. Go from Fnatic. It's go time, they say. Okay, it's got that blink dagger, and they're gonna play behind Ice with that pipe, feeling like he's maybe the tanky fella to utilize as they head into the enemy jungle. And Nico could get jumped here. Blink. Toss Avalanche. The damage should be enough. He's got a mech. Is he gonna pop it? Not gonna get a chance to do so, and they're gonna lose the Chen Creep army as well.
Oh, courier.
Navi is smoked up. I don't know if they want to take this fight though.
Bottom lane is pushing in.
Kurina.
Lashrock has Boots of Travel, so he can farm the bottom lane and TP top. I mean TP mid if they decide to go for a push.
They know he's a lot. They roll in on him. They get the stun with the magicize. Navet. Offensive yields with the rolling thunder.
A lot of rolls.
They did not expect that movement for Fnatic. They thought he was going to be Boots of traveling in to join up for this fight. Now they don't have the light track with Fnatic. They're going to lose more, it looks like. Uber gets jumped in. So Sides will be forced to just run the hell out of there. That rolling. Roll. Push is there. It's being used to save Ice.
Naga Siren has the Fusel Blade, so it's gonna be so much easier for them to fight. This is where the damage is gonna come from. Tiny also has full Echo Saber on him. Yeah, and Tiny in this game decided to go for that level 10, 30 damage talent.
I mean, given I don't mind seeing this Tiny just into more of a core with the build he's got. Makes sense. Does some wave cutting, TP's out. Zayas will fish around, but he won't find him. And Naga's elsewhere on the map, gone into the direction. Command to defusal. This is the Naga timing. These two items is when you get really strong and scary. And that's where Fnatic were looking to take a fight mid lane. Unfortunately for them, Leshrac getting picked off kind of down to their plans a little bit.
So even using ulti in the Roche pit to slow the attack speed, deals some damage to the Roche. Navi does not know about it. And they're being scouted.
Roshan is claimed. Abed gets himself the Aegis, and Fnatic to make their next move here. 17 on Timbersaw, has the Lotus Orb completed. There's the guy just coming out. Abed's going to be BQ'd up. Tiny Echo Saber, Naga, has Tarask as we saw last game. Same item build coming out from Jabs. Aghanim Scepter from Blizzy on the Pangolier.
He's halfway to the Aghanim Scepter. That's one of the better Aghanim Scepter upgrades. I feel like we were always saying that whenever I see Ag. Yeah, this is the best Ags. This is the best level 20 talent. For sure, there's no way a better level 25 talent than this one.
The BKB's worn off though. Looks like they're just going to use this to disengage. I say that one disengage, the rest of the fight is Tiny. He may have led the fight, but it's going to be Ice charging in again. He cannot afford to die, but I don't think they've got the damage to kill him off here. Jabs on the Naga Siren, hits the Illusion, dealing with Blizzy, burning out his entire mana pool. And on the backline, this Ice charging forward, slices through the Sven. I think Ice just happy to have died there, forcing out the Sven BKB Godstreak, because the end result is going to be Fnatic cleaning up 3 and potentially looking to break high ground with this Leshrac Aegis.
They use 3 big ultis there. Razor ulti, Sven ulti, and the BKB and the Rolling Thunder. He instantly buys back. You don't expect this kind of a move, but you went all in, you killed the Timbersaw. He did not care.
It was 2 BKBs as well. The Razor also.
Razor popped his BKB a bit after.
Yeah. So, high ground, I don't think they've got any tools to defend this melee rack.
He sprays the loser in their base.
That's the BM we like to see. Fnatic on top of using everything the Compendium has to offer. Trying to get into Navi's head. They do just hit the tier 3 tower. They're not looking to overcommit. They're perhaps looking to ping these shrines and go for them. Sven about to respawn. BKB's far back up, as well as these ultimates.
And then we have to rush anything. Just kill the shrines. Lashrock has Edict. They're a bit afraid. They need to bring a bit more damage. Naga Siren Illusions will do the trick.
Hard commit for any of those shrines he's yet. Falling back to get more farm. Ice has to play cautiously now that he did die and buy back there. He buys Tome of Knowledge, so looking to hit that level 20 as soon as possible. Both cooldown reduction and strength both feel fantastic to play with.
Cooldown reduction is good because you have these all these items, and But 20 strength, like you want to go all in, tank it up. What is he doing? He's just trolling. I mean, look at him. Diffusal blade, queued up on Timber.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Oh, but that's
the build
yeah,
against
yeah,
Sven,
yeah.
against the Razor.
Not sure how he ended up with a diffuse blade queued up. Position on the high ground, trying to maybe scout out any aggressive smoke plays, but Na'Vi for now sitting in their base, playing on the high ground here. Still yet to de-ward this deep Fnatic ward, which is giving so much info as to what's going on this game.
Still a minute left on that Aegis.
Will they be able to use it too much? If anything, bare minimum, it feels like they should be able to get the last
It
shrine.
doesn't feel like they are going to use Aegis efficiently. They're split on the map, farming the enemy jungle.
I think they're just too worried about not having this buyback on Timbersaw, if
Dire's
anything.
bottom
They're
tower
also
is
waiting
under
for
attack.
BKB unless he's only 200 gold away from it.
We'll settle down here as Fnatic 7k gold lead. Slow, steady increase for them. Come Na'Vi as the
They know
Aegis
what's up.
expires.
You can see
Out you're in as
Ahmed
well.
drawing on the minimap, using the scan. They're reading them so well.
They're just expecting a play. I mean, Aegis expiring and Battery Rune spawn. A recipe for disaster, as you'd expect Na'Vi to make a play. Na'Vi will go charging forward. Crystallize gets the stun out onto Abed. There's the Aegis gone. They tried to go in as it expires. He's got the dust as well. He has Fadaba, but he's over mid on the backline. It's going to be Sven. BKB got the string. Wants DJ Tiny. Tiny's already used his combo with the fighting signal as well. But instantly buys back. And BKB is looking where it's to. He's got no good. He's being thrown up in the air. The Yule sets up the split earth, and I don't think Sven's going to go after this with the CM freezing field does get cancelled. But Na'Vi are losing this fight nonetheless. Sleep on the back lines. He's trying to catch more.
Found
Just the
Zion.
check creeps.
Yeah, but the Gen creeps are also a good chunk of gold. Only use the buyback on Tiny. Now they can roll in on the bottom lane. 50 seconds without the Sven.
Abed wants to go for this kill. Has anyone else got boots of travel? I don't believe so.
He knows that BKB is on cooldown.
Does maybe not have quite enough damage. I need to see if he pushes up further,
Dire's
and
bottom
indeed he
tower
will.
is under attack.
Charging forward. Timbersaw who is rotating, yeah.
Just to get away.
Dicey there maybe. Na'Vi lose another team fight as Fnatic will now take the shrine.
Try and enter the tower on bottom.
Has fallen.
Right now, Fnatic does
Dire's
not
bottom
need
shrine is
to
under
risk
attack.
anything. Roach may respawn in a bit less than 2 minutes. They can go for it and then just close out this game. It feels like Na'Vi does not
Dire's bottom
have enough
shrine
damage.
has fallen.
They don't have a hero focus because you have Naga Siren who she's not dying. She has 3.5k HP at this moment. Timbersaw 3000 HP. Even this Tiny is super tank, 2.5.
This is the downsides of one of the Razor as a hero. It's not this hero that packs the biggest punch. And when you pick these tanky cores as Fnatic, Naga, Timbersaw, even maybe not so much the last track, you run into this damage issue. That's a low bit there. He reflects the stun onto the Sven. He pops the Constricts now. Doesn't come in the BKB just yet. He needs to find a way out. He has not got buyback. Dubu in the trees, goes for a freezing field, gets immediately stunned up.
Dire's top tower
Get
is under
the 2
attack.
kills. Die back from Ice.
He was baiting them on purpose. He did not want to kill the creeps. He was building up the stacks because he saw them from this high ground ward, but he ended up as a death.
He should not die there. That's also a die back. Fnatic. One of you getting caught is one thing, but DJ, there is no way in hell he should get caught out right after.
If it will
Radiant's
be
middle
a
tower
quick
has fallen.
Roche respawn, that's gonna benefit Na'Vi a lot. Because 60 seconds without a Timbersaw, Roche may respawn in 10 seconds. Lizzie will probably be in the Roche pit, see what's happening. Chasing Abed. Abed has a BKB and
Have another
TP.
roll. He's going for a BKB TP out from
He's
Abed.
not gonna risk anything.
Yeah, he could have gone for the TP and fog without the BKB, but there's a chance that rolling boulder will.
And
find
it's
you.
a long spawn time on Roche. 2 minutes.
Unfortunate for Na'Vi. still clinging on to this game. It hasn't slipped away just yet. Siren is getting more and more farm though, and Jabs 5-0-2 yet to die.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They've found answers and managed to punish some of the other mistakes from the Fnatic players like Ice as well as DJ, but Jabs has had a flawless farming game.
We haven't talked too much about Bangalore. He's level 18. Shield crash in a Rolling Thunder. That's insane.
With the
Aghanim
eyes,
Scepter,
yeah. Swashbuckle flying everywhere. Absolutely nasty.
Has he undisputed up at the moment? But I think he could use a bit more damage.
On the Pengo?
On the Pango.
He's now gone to a blink. He had Mjolnir for a second, now it's a blink. He's not quite sure exactly what he wants.
Once you get a Basher with the Aghanim Scepter and the Shield Crash balanced, you can just change the whole fight with it.
Na'Vi look to do next. Roshan respawning in 20 seconds this time. Both teams will be definitely looking to play around the Roshan pit as much as possible right now. You can already see where Fnatic are on the map. They're playing top and mid lane. They don't care about this bottom lane, partly because it's pushed out, but also that's one of the benefits of having Naga Siren and keep those lanes pushed out. A lot of mid air. Saniko does keep you away on the chance that they lose Hero Spirit.
And Roche will respawn in a second. Dubu is just a ward inside the pit. Pings that one out.
He wants that book. He's like, I need that TPM talent, guys. Please. Please help me.
Naga only needs a little bit more gold to finish her refusal. I mean, her butterfly on top of refusal, Manta, and the heart. They have nothing that deals with the evasion. Sven can position this for this
Cheese and Aegis. So Abed will himself a cheese to play around with. Fnatic will see 8,000 gold lead, not the largest of gold leads, yet to take Arax as well, just a tier 3 tower mid, but now with Aegis and cheese, they are feeling pretty damn scary.
Fnatic is not risking anything throughout this whole series. Maybe a little bit were a few deaths before when they killed 3 of them. But other than that, they're playing it real slow. Jabs once again, 0 deaths on this Naga Siren. Is about to hit level 20. When they approach the base, also lanes are going to be in a good position because they have boots of travel on the Lash. He can clear the bottom, TP back, and then they can even split push if needed.
It does look like they're ready to go for that high ground play here. They're smoked up. They're at least looking for that pick off in the push. Some wards, yeah. ISSI is just going to take those ones out where they hunt for the kills, but bottom lane, Rage is already gone.
Look, nice. He didn't want to kill those wards.
Hey, he's messing with Na'Vi. He's in their head. What should expire? Like while he's casting and faking it and then loses 200 gold. That would be the ultimate backfire.
Sven is actually going for Daedalus right now. Wants to have the most damage output as possible at this moment.
Doesn't need to deal with any evasion, it looks like right now as well. Unless Peck
Naga
get the
has
evasion
butterfly.
down. Oh yeah, Vexia won't. Yeah, you're an idiot. Naga does have butterfly. Leshek didn't get evasion, but yeah, you're right. So opting just for the Daedalus.
They want this Daedalus so hard. 100 gold away from it, and Fnatic about to knock on their door.
They see him. They pink crystallize. They know he's not here. Are they going to go back for him, or are they just going to look to break the high ground?
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Defenders think they're just not wasting their time. They're going for the high ground play here. Tiny using that tree volley just to harass as much as possible. Council's fantastic. Days is completed now. Max was just getting so incredibly low as trees just keep on flying in.
Bottom lane also.
Structures
Yep.
are fortified.
Flash has popped.
It's so hard to defend multiple lanes as Na'Vi. Tenko's pretty good at defending and harassing and keeping places out. Even top lane being split pushed in as well. Just constant nuisance
Dire's bottom
from the Fnatic side. Split push all over the map.
They don't have to take this fight. They can just keep doing this.
Yep.
There's no way now they can be at multiple sides. Bango is good. Sven is good at one side, but still, they can't really commit.
Two illusions.
Yeah.
Ice bottom. Couple illusions mid. Good luck. And at some point, you're just gonna slowly lose your veins. You have to pick a fight somewhere. DJ just throwing a tree to his jab. He actually just takes out the jab. Backline's here. It's just gonna be Sven initiating. He wants to bring down Abed, but Abed's gonna cheese, so he keeps him alive. The break from the Sven, he is looking for them. As the Penguin comes rolling on him with the Aghanim Scepter, disarms the Naga Siren, who's gonna pop the sleep, catch out 3. This could set up some follow-up here. Ice he's dealing with through the bottom lane. He's too damn tanky for anything to happen. Abed, times to stun. Blink out, but that's busy on the back. The Nico is done for a new freezing field. Getting Blizzy nice and low on the backline. It's gonna be DJ with a tiny combo. When the Naga Siren ages, they're just charging for the leading Na'Vi here. Jabskin got that low 280 stolen damage. Magical. He's a force to be reckoned with, but he's lost all his teammates. Ice is in the enemy fountain and forcing out a GG. Na'Vi 2-0'd here. Group stage out.
Pretty clean game from Fnatic. I would say pretty clean series.
Yeah, discipline.
It looked really one-sided.
They just look like such a polished team today, which has not always been the case